What's up, Trophy Hunter? Welcome to my collectible guide for Halo Campaign Evolved. In this video I want to show you the location where you can find all the skulls and the terminals. If you're looking for a specific one, check out the timestamp, so we're jumping right into it. First level, as soon as you gain control of a character, turn around and climb up this ledge here to find the first skull. Small tip, if you don't know who I am right now, check out the objective in the top left corner. Next one is basically on your main path. So follow this path here, past the soldiers here, and in the next room you can find the skull on the left here. Next one is also hard to miss. You will end up in this control room and you need to talk with Keys, but instead of talking with him, simply go down here. Last one is the terminal, hard to miss. You will end up right here with this big window. Follow the path and now go left here instead of following the main path. And here is the terminal. In the level Halo, after some time you will end up in this warthog. You will eventually come to this tunnel here. Now follow it and there should be a big opening to your right here. Simply jump down to find the terminal.
We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter. This lapse in their security is promising. I should be able to analyze their defensive.
A little bit later you will end up in this open area with 3 objectives. First, drive up the hill and aim for the objective on the right. Now pass the red flares and drive left. Follow the water. And at the end here you will find another skull. Now the next skull is a little bit tricky from the previous one. Get back into your car, drive right and basically go for the objective, which is the furthest away. Now eventually you should reach this building. Drive right here. You can basically ignore the enemies. Now stop here. Get out of your car. Now run all the way up here. Now jump up here to the right and jump up here. Now turn around and up there is basically the collectible. But you can't reach it with a normal jump, you need to use a grenade jump. So this means you have to throw a grenade and jump on the right timing to get a little bit higher. If you fail, you can try to reload your checkpoint. And if you really struggle on this one, you can come back later and use the skull, which allow you to fly. The next one is a lot easier. Now head to the next objective. So basically drive back to the red flare. Now make your way through here. So now you need to go on this stone platform in the middle. To get there, use a smaller stone, and from the smaller stone try to jump on the big stone platform. Now from here, slightly to your right, jump down to find the next collectible. Next one is easy. You will reach this area here with this big beam. Simply pass it and go all the way back here. Now go towards to the tree here and look down to find the next collectible. Jump down, pick it up and then restart the checkpoint because you can't get back up. So the next collectible is basically the only one which requires another skull. This one can be found in the next level. So I recommend skip this one and come back once you have the Acrophobia skull. Because I personally couldn't find a way to reach this skull without the Acrophobia one. The skull is basically on the third pillar here. And I think you should jump over there by doing this one. But I tried this for about 30 minutes and gave up. So with the Acrophobia skull, simply look up and press the X button twice to fly up and then pick up the skull. Fortunately, the next one is a lot easier. You will end up in this big room where the ship is flying away. Now make your way to the end of this room. And now you can see to your left here is a closed door. Now what you need to do is you need to wait till the enemy comes through this door here. And this is your chance to run through it. At the end of this room you will find another collectible. If you miss it, the door will close forever and you have to restart. Next one is on your main path. You will end up in this room. To your left is an opening, in front of you there are two doors. But first go right through the third door here. Keep going straight. Now go left, interact with the switch to open the cells. And in one of the cells is the terminal. In the next level, follow the main path with your warthog. Now usually you need to go left here, but instead of going left here, go straight into the cave to find the first collectible. Following the main story will let you end up in this area here. Now basically you need to climb up this structure here to find the next collectible, which is the Acrophobia skull. This is the one which let you fly. So if you missed the collectible in the previous level, which is super hard to get without this skull, now you can easily get it by using the Acrophobia skull. Next one is a terminal, pretty hard to miss. Simply follow the main path and you will end up in this area. Now follow the objective which leads you to a switch. First ignore it, pass the switch to find the terminal.
Use the hollow panel to shut down the security system.
Next one is also basically on your main path. You will end up in this area here. Follow the objective and there will be some stairs. Now once you're at the stairs, simply look down to spot the collectible. Jump down, pick it up. So we're in the next mission. I hope you're driving in the Scorpion here. If not, you're playing the game probably wrong. So cross the bridge here and then make your way to the left. On the left side is a small opening with the collectible and you need to use the Scorpion to reach it. Now a little bit later you will drive through this ice cave here. In the middle of the next area is a big building. Now drive left and there will be a door. Now basically go through the door and make your way up to the balcony to find the terminal. After some time you will end up right here. To your right is your main path, ignore it and go left. Go up on the third structure here to find the Collectible. Following the main objective will let you end up here. This one is pretty simple. Go up a little bit here and then jump down on the left side to find the next Collectible. In the next level, the first Collectible is almost at the beginning. Once you start the level, in front of you is a ship. Now make your way to the right and follow the main objective. And now from here go all the way up to the left here. Now climb up on the right side, jump over here and you will find the first Collectible. Next one is simple. If you follow the main objective, you will end up in a room with another soldier. He's totally scared. Well, to get this skull, you simply have to kill him. Next one is a terminal and is a lot later in the game. Your objective should be escape. Well, you will eventually end up in this room. There are a lot of dead soldiers. Usually you need to go straight, but instead go right around the corner here to find the terminal. So the last Collectible is at the end of this level. Before you go towards the main objective here, go right. Basically you need to run into the woods. It's very dark and probably hard to see where I'm going, but basically stay right and run into the woods. Now keep an eye on a big rock on the right and there should be a tree branch which work as a bridge. So here we go, that's it. It's roughly 140 meters away from the main objective. Now use the tree branch, walk over it and on the left is your Collectible. So next level, after following the main objective you will go through this tunnel here. On the left there is your main objective, but go right and jump up this pillar here to find the Collectible. Next one is also on your main path. You have to wait till your sidekick opens the door. Now basically make your way up left here on this pillar and jump to the next one. And to your left is the Collectible. Next one is right after the previous Collectible. Once your sidekick has opened the door, you need to go through the door on the left here. So first you need to interact with the terminal to open it. Now you need to destroy the eggs to your left, go through the hole. You probably need to crouch to get through it, and here you can find the terminal. Next one is also on your main path. You will drive down the last elevator here and will end up here. There will be some enemies, kill it. Once done, go down and immediately to your left is the Collectible. So in the next level the terminal is super easy. Once you start the level, immediately turn around to find it.
We have to destroy Halo.
So following the main path will lead you outside here. Now get into a Banshee. Turn around with the Banshee and fly up the building behind you. There will be a collectible on the edge of the building. Keep in mind, if you lose the Banshee on top here, you need to reload your checkpoint, and in the worst case you need to restart the level. Next one is another easy one. Following the main path will lead you outside here. There are 3 big pillars in front of you. Well, use the middle one as a bridge. Well, on the other side you can find the next collectible. It's a little bit hard to spot, so use your flashlight. The next collectible requires a bit more effort. Follow the main objective and you will end up here. Now get into a Banshee. Now fly all the way up here. Now instead of going for the main objective, stop here and clear the area. Once the area is clear, interact with this button here. Now a door should have opened right in front of you. Get back into the Banshee and fly to the door. Now there will be 3 rooms with enemies. Each room has a button. Well, you can only use the button once you have cleared the entire area of enemies. So kill all the enemies here. Small edit here. Once the area is clear, interact with the button. Go into the next room. Now kill all the enemies here. Small edit here. Once the area is clear, interact with the second button. Now go into the final room. Clear all the enemies. Now once you have cleared this area, the skull will appear in the middle of the room in this pillar. So in the next level, keys. The first collectible can only be found if you play on heroic difficulty. Well, to get this one you need to reach the other spaceship in a specific time. I can't tell you the exact time, but all I need is you need to be quick. If you need too long, the skull will not appear. Using another skull to get through the level a little bit quicker is also not working. So you need to play without any modifiers and you need to play on heroic. Basically try to avoid as many enemies as possible. There is basically only one section where you should shoot some enemies. Also be sure that you pick up the item which makes you invisible. There is one in the ship at the beginning and there is another one once you drop down to this area. I recommend use invisible on this section here. Pass the enemies and at the end keep jumping to get through it. Even if you die a few times, keep playing and use the advantage of the checkpoint. Sometimes, even if you die a lot, it still works. I think I got lucky with a bug here because I died and I was still invisible once I restarted the checkpoint. So I used it to get through the enemies here. It's important to know you're only invisible if you walk, do not run.
Wait, the Covenant
So now here's another hard section. I died a lot here. Use Invisible or you need to kill the enemies. In the next section, do not rush, wait till a rocket came and now keep running. So this is the final part here. I highly recommend pick up this item in front of you to get a better shield. Now make your way up here, kill all the enemies, and once you're fast enough you will get rewarded with a skull at the end in the ship.
Should be able to get into the ship's control room from here.
So the next skull is in the ship. Well, there is a checkpoint, so feel free to change back your difficulty to easy. This place feels familiar. Well, just jump down here, go right, jump over all this stuff to find the collectible. Next one is a terminal. If you follow the main objective, you will end up in this big room here. Now go left through the door. Now go 2 times left. Now here left again, and then take the right to find the terminal. Next one is near the end. After the cutscene here, you will end up on a platform. Immediately turn around and melee Captain Keys. Melee him a few times and sooner or later he will drop a scar. So now we're in the final level of the main campaign. Follow the main objective and you will end up in this room BO3. The terminal is basically on the right side. Next one is also hard to miss. Following the main objective you will end up in this room here. Usually the aliens fighting against each other here. Now simply go up the ramp here. Now jump up here and jump here to get the collectible. So next one, if you follow the main objective you will end up here. You can go left or right, it doesn't really matter which way. After some time you will end up in this area, go right up here. Basically simply make your way up to the objective.
First we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core.
Now pass the consoles here and jump down on this ledge. Turn left, you should already see it. Here it is. There is an invisible wall, crouch through it and pick it up. At the end of the level you need to escape with the Warthog. It's not far away from the beginning here. You will end up in this tunnel. On the right side there is an opening, ignore it. There is also a second one, ignore it. You basically need to drive through the third opening. So here's the opening. It also leads you to the main objective. Stop in the middle of this tunnel to find the last collectible in the main campaign. So in the first bonus mission, after some time, you will end up here with Johnson. Now instead of going to him, go right down the ramp. Now jump down to the ship, go straight through the door. Now look right on the bridge is the first collectible. After some time and following the main objective, you will end up in this room where you had to fight against a lot of enemies. Now first go right up the stairs here. Turn right, go all the way to the end, go through the opening on your right. Now here go right and immediately left to get into another open area. If necessary, kill the remaining enemies and then simply go right to find the collectible. So following the main objective will let you end up here where you usually need to use this elevator, but go left here through the door and immediately left to find another collectible. Now use the elevator beam to get up, and once you're up, immediately turn around, go through the door to find the terminal. So in the next level, the first skull is basically split into 3 parts, because it requires 3 specific actions. Once you reach this open area with all the trees, there is an enemy on the right. This guy will appear 3 times in this level and you always have to destroy his shield. You can't kill him, so be sure that you do enough damage to break his shield. Now immediately in the next area, you have to go left, where you can find him a second time. He stands near a big door. Be sure that you destroy his shield before he leaves the area.
Your struggle is ornamental. Succeed or fall, it matters not.
So before we go into the next part, we can already unlock the first skull here. In this area, turn around, destroy these lamps here on the left and on the right side to open the door. Go inside to find the first skull. So following the main objective will end up you in a ship. Now fight your way through it. Sooner or later you will end up in this room with a lot of windows to your left. Now go right through the door to find a terminal. So now it's time for the final part. Once you're outside again, immediately look left up and here is the enemy. Destroy his shield. You can't kill him. Now clear the entire area of enemies. So once more edit here. Once done everything correctly, a skull should appear right in this pillar here. If not, you probably couldn't break the enemy's shield and you have to restart the level. So last collectible in this level, once you reach this area, go down here and on the left is a tree. Behind at the entrance is the scar and we need to make our way up it by using this cheap method here. Of course, feel free, you can also use the skull Acrophobia. So final level, last collectibles. If you follow the main objective, you will end up here. On the right is a bridge, but do not cross it, go left here. This will lead you to another bridge, go all the way to the end to find the collectible. Next one is easy. After the cutscene here, your friend will go left, but you need to go straight. Now go through the right door and another 2 doors to find the terminal. Next one is easy, follow the main objective and you will end up in this big room here. Now you need to drop down on the platform in the middle. And now slightly to your right on some stones is the scar. You need to do a sprint jump to reach it. If you fail, immediately reload your checkpoint. So now it's time for the last collectible. Following the main objective will let you end up in this moving platform. After some time the platform will stop and you have to power up it again. So basically once you have activated the moving platform a second time, you will end up in this open area. First ignore the enemies here, cross the bridge, and in the second area you need to jump to the left. So once the second door opens, keep an eye on the left platform. You need to jump over it to find the last collectible. And that's it guys, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for the attention. See you in my next one.